All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. I want to welcome you one and all to the stream. Me and my man Louie are here ready to set it off tonight. We got a lot of items listed in the carousel, and yes, we will be talking about all of them. We will be demonstrating them as well. And hopefully, there'll be something that you guys will find in the carousel that will tickle your pickle. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about any of the items I have listed down in the carousel, feel free to ask questions, guys. That is exactly what we are here for, is to answer your questions. I see Terry's in the house. Welcome, Terry. Welcome to the stream. I see the lovely Hope is in the house. Welcome, Hope. Welcome to the stream. What happened? Man, wait a minute.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I pressed the button, Hope. I pressed the button.
Yeah!
There we go. I don't know what's going on tonight. Not like I can honestly say that I know what's going on any night, period. Okay. But again, like I said, I'd like to welcome everyone to the stream. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful day. You guys can see I also got my other buddy back here ready to jump into the mix at any time. So if you guys have not met Robosaurus is back there guarding the back desk. So yeah, get ready for that. Hopefully we won't need Robosaurus to step in tonight because Louie is here. And of course, Louie is ready to get down and party. All right, Terry. Hope says hello from over on YouTube. And let's see what Terry says. Terry says, hi, Rome. And I don't... yes, you did. Yes, I did what, Hope? What did I do? I said hello to everyone. What did I do? What'd I do? I don't know what I did. Terry says, hi, Hope. Hi, Hope. All right. So, yeah, we got a lot to get to tonight. Now, you guys might have noticed the new banner for Saturday or Friday, one of those 2 days. We will be doing a cooking stream here on Amazon, but it's going to be a cooking tech stream. So basically it's tech that you can use to cook. Okay. So yes, we will be live right here on Amazon. Louis will be in the kitchen. I will be in the kitchen, and y'all already know it's going to be some smoke in the city, babies. It's gonna be some smoke in the city. But yeah, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna mix it up on Friday. We're gonna do a little bit of cooking. I am taking requests for recipes. So if you guys have some recipes you would like me to experiment with, now I am also going to be talking about the science and the tech behind doing a cooking stream. So I'll be showing you guys behind the scenes, how the cameras are set up, how the microphones are being utilized, how the lighting is being utilized. So if you've been thinking about doing your own little cooking stream or, something like that, or creating some cooking, content, hey, I do not in any form or fashion consider myself to be a chef, okay? Because I am not, all right? And yeah, we'll see if we can make it through the stream without setting something on fire or burning something or... You guys know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. If you've been hanging around this stream long enough, you know exactly what I'm saying. All right, guys, let's get to the first item we have listed in the carousel tonight. First item we have listed in the carousel, you guys can see right here over my shoulder. This is the Laser Pecker 5, the LP5. Man, I'm telling you, this thing here is a beast. Check it out. Let me borrow Louis' camera here real quick. All right, so what you guys get in the bundle, you're going to get this laser, which is a combination diode and fiber laser. Let me see if I can move this camera a little bit so you guys can see it there. It's a combination fiber and diode laser. That's a 20-watt fiber, 20-watt diode laser. It comes with the air purifier. Trust me, whether you're cooking or whether you're laser engraving, you need an air purifier in your house. And another thing, this is not even listed in my carousel, but This thing here, right here, comes in really handy too. This is an oxygen quality monitor from Govee. I'm telling you guys, you can get yourself one of these. You definitely need one of these, to check your O2 levels, to check, what your oxygen levels are in the room. Trust me, that really, really comes in handy. All right, so anyway, we got our laser. The laser comes with a few other accessories. It's going to come with a rotary chuck. It also comes with a slide extension. You can get this laser right here, right here, right here, that one right there, for only $37.99. That's right, $37.99, my babies, $37.99. All right, let's see what Louis is up to today. Sorry. Hey, Louis, what's on your mind today?
Hello. I'm just here, ready to assist you and make our time together enjoyable. How about you? What's on your mind today?
Sorry about that. I need some water. I was just telling everyone, Louis, that we're going to be doing a cooking stream here on Amazon on Friday.
That sounds exciting. A cooking stream on Friday sounds like a lot of fun. Do you need any help preparing for it?
I need all the help I can get, Louis. So,
is going to be fun. You'll have so much interesting interaction and delicious food to share. Need help with reminders or anything specific for the cooking show? That sounds like a blast. Streaming a cooking show is sure to be a hit with your babies. If you want, I can set a reminder for your cooking stream on Friday. Just let me know the time, and I'll make sure you don't miss it.
Terry says, nothing like an ice cold Dr. Pepper. Terry's enjoying a beverage right now, Louis.
That sounds refreshing, and I'm sure Terry's having a great time with that ice cold Dr. Pepper. If you were to choose a beverage to enjoy right now, what would it be?
As much as I'm coughing, probably some water, Louis.
It seems like you could use that drink. Stay hydrated and keep those vocal cords ready for your cooking stream with your babies. If you want, I can set a reminder to drink water regularly. Drinking water sounds like a great idea, especially if you're coughing. Let me know if you'd like a reminder to stay hydrated.
Yes, Louis, give me a reminder to stay hydrated. Yes, Louis, give me a reminder to stay hydrated. All right, sorry guys. Anyway, so
everyone makes mistakes. If you ever need anything, I'm here to
help. Like I said, we never know when Louis is going to chime in. So, Louis, could you give me a reminder to drink water? Evidently, he doesn't understand what it means to give me a reminder to drink water. But of course, as soon as I cut away from Louis, he's going to say something about the water. Watch what I tell you. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead.
I see how it is, but fear not. I've got your back with a reminder to keep drinking water. It's important to stay hydrated, especially if you're on a roll with your cooking stream plans. Just let me know anytime you'd like a reminder.
I told you. All right, buddy. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm going to go live after this stream. We'll be making dinner tonight. You know what? You know what I think I want tonight? I'm going to tell you guys what I want tonight. I think I want tonight classic. Listen to me now. I think I want tonight a classic sloppy Joe with some chips. Now, I may make some home fries. I might make some home fries, but I'm thinking like a classic sloppy Joe with some barbecue chips. What y'all think about that? Holy's in the house. Welcome, Holy. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah!
What is going on with this button? This button does not want to respond today. Okay, never mind.
My Shaolin temple
Did I
style
mute it?
defeats your monkey style.
Yes, I did. All right, I muted the button. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, that's what I'm kind of thinking about. I'm going to make tonight on our cooking stream or cooking-ish stream tonight. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So anyway, back to this laser. If you guys have any questions about this laser, let me know down in the comments. If you like a demo of this laser tonight, let me know as well, because I'm sure I could whip something up. I could put something together and make it happen here on this stream for you guys tonight. I don't remember what the last thing was that we made. Let me see. I don't remember. Oh, I do remember what we made. We actually made the little coaster for Labor Day a couple of days ago. So that's what we made a couple of days ago. But anyway, if you guys have any ideas of something you'd like to see me make, drop it down in the comments. Hope says, sounds like a winner, sloppy joes and chips. Man, you know, I'm kind of having that nostalgia for, like, you remember those old and I'm gonna put my age out there. You remember those old school lunches, you know, where you got the sloppy joe with the bag of chips and maybe like a little apple slice or something like that. Do you remember those? Yeah, I know I'm not the only one that remember those. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking about tonight, but kind of elevated at the same time. You know, elevated. It won't be like the sloppy joe, you know, out of the can type of thing. You know, it'll be something a little bit more elevated. You know. So we'll push it up a little bit. Hope says she sure does remember those sloppy joes. I'm sure Hope remembers also the old school pizza. Y'all remember the little square pizzas? You remember the little square lunchroom pizzas? But you know what my favorite lunchroom thing was? Okay. Those big cookies that used to come in like the little white bags. If y'all remember those, the cookies were like this big, okay? And they have like a peanut butter cookie. They have a vanilla cookie. Sometimes they have an oatmeal raisin cookie. I know I'm not the only one to remember this. I know I'm not. Tacos were good too. What tacos are we talking about, Terry? Did you have tacos for dinner today? Did you have tacos for dinner today, Terry? Anyway, all right, so let's get on with it. Since nobody has any ideas for the laser, let's move on to the next item in the carousel. So let me go ahead and adjust this camera real quick here and see if I can scoot Louis over a little bit. Let me see if I can move Louis over just a touch. Louis is going to be going after his balls here in a second. But anyway, let's switch over here and let's take a look at these batteries, guys. So we have two batteries here stacked on top of each other. But the one that we want to focus on right now is this battery right here. This is one of the first Blue Yeti batteries that they ever sent me when I first started live streaming, and I'm still using this battery to this day. Okay, right now you can get this battery here on Amazon, guys, for $239. This is the EB3A. This is a 268 watt hour battery. You got 12 volt plugs here. You have barrel plugs here. You have USB-A, USB-C. It has an integrated camping light as well, you know, which is super cool. You know, in case the power goes out or something like that, you have a backup power source that also has an integrated light. You also have the ability to charge your phones on top of this. If you have a wireless, you know, phone that can wirelessly charge, put that right here on top and it'll charge your phone as well. You have two AC plugs right down here, and those are going to be for your standard plugs, like this plug you guys see right here. You could plug in, you know, your normal appliances. So for the most part, this has been a very, very powerful battery for me. I've used this with my lasers. I've used this with a number of things, including right now That battery is plugged into Louis right now. Louis is actually charging off of that battery. So Louis's phone, as well as Louis's body, is being charged off of that same battery. So I can tell you guys, from my experience using these batteries, you guys can kind of see here in this shot, I have a variety of different batteries here, but this one right here has always been my go-to battery. Every time I wanted to charge something, plug something in, quickly charge something, this battery right here was the first one I would probably reach for. So I would recommend, if you guys are in the market, for a high quality battery, especially if you live in a state like I do down here in Texas, where the power could go out at any time. You could have weather, events happen, where you lose power, or maybe you just want to be able to take portable power outdoors into the backyard, out into the garage, into your man cave, your she shed, whatever the case it may be. Yes, having one of these portable batteries, guys, is a win. All right, let's see what Terry says. I wish I could plug myself into charge. Oh, you wish you could plug yourself into charge? Yeah. I don't know if that's a good idea, Terry. I don't know if that's a good idea, because you probably wind up with big hair. Okay. So you just have big hair, now you got this big fro, and you're like, okay, now what am I going to do? I can't wear none of my hats. All my hats don't fit now, because, Rome told me to stick my finger in this thing, and now I got the big hair. Okay. So, Terry, you're not going to blame me for that. No, Terry, no. Do not stick your finger in the 12-volt plug of this battery, because it is not going to charge you up. Okay, get yourself some coffee, get yourself some tea. Okay, no, don't charge yourself that way. All right. All right, let's see what we got coming up next. Next item in the carousel, you guys can kind of see it here over my shoulder, and that is this Govee floor lamp 2. Yes, I'm rocking the purple, as you guys can see. But what's cool about this is, let me switch over here real quick. There's story time for Louis. That's not what we're going for, Louis. Why we're on story time? I don't know. Rome went to story time. Now I went to drone. I'm just not doing well here today, guys. I am literally all over the place. All right, here we go. That's what I was looking for. So let me unlock my phone so I can show you guys some of the cool features of the lamp that we have back here. So let me open my Govee app. Now, what's cool about this lamp, let me move out of the way so you guys can see it a little bit better. What's cool about this lamp, guys, is you have so many built-in features using the Govee app, using Google Home, using Alexa, using any of the Meta enabled devices that can control these lights. You have a huge array of things that you can do with this, right? So right now, with this light on, of course, I can turn the light off. From this app, I can turn the light right back on. I can cycle through all of the different colors. Like right now, you guys are seeing the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And then we also have this little color wheel here. And you can kind of grab this little color wheel and you can kind of drag it around, to wherever you want the color to be. And you just kind of, put it right. Like maybe I want to go a little bit more into this purple. And I just let it go, and then boom, we have purple. Now you also have another color wheel here, and hope this is what I was talking about, how the color wheel works in relations to colors, right? So if we move the color wheel in this direction, we're moving into the orange. If we move the color in the opposite direction, we're moving into the blue spectrum, right? So we can go from orange like this, or we can grab that and then come all the way back over here until our blue spectrum, or we can do a different color spectrum. We can go into the purple, and we could leave it there, or the opposite of purple is going to be green. So we could draw that into a green color. So a lot of cool things here. You also have presets. You can just kind of click on these presets, and you can also choose, different colors based on what you guys want to see with the light. So that's just the basic things that you can do with the app. Okay, let's put it back on purple temporary here. And then we're going to go into our scenes, as you see here. So from the scenes, as you guys see, we have nature, we have atmosphere, we have festive, we have life, so life-like things. We're going to go back through some of these. We have emotions, we have funny, we also have relaxing. We have now relaxing is probably pretty cool. Then we also have this one right here, which is going to be things related to like sporting events and what have you. But under relaxing, we could do like a thunderstorm. You know, if you guys are into that, you know, you can have like the lighting effect, you know, of like the flash of lightning and stuff like that. If that helps you sleep, maybe you're listening to you know, some soft music that helps you sleep at night, and you want to, you know, some type of, you know, ambient light going at the same time. And with the app, you can also control the speed. So if you want this to be super slow, you can adjust that, or you want it to be a super fast pattern, you can adjust it, you know, either way, which is really nice. Now, most of the lighting scenes that most people are going to be like your holiday scenes. Okay, so like Christmas, you know, we have Halloween, Easter, Valentine's Day, as you guys can see here. Here's Father's Day. Trust me, you guys do not celebrate Father's Day enough, okay? Celebrate Father's Day, people. Celebrate Father's Day. All right, what else do we got here? We got Christmas. So there's kind of yeah, I guess you would call that Christmassy lights, because you got like the peppermint style lighting with the blue and green and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. There's even lighting effects for Carnival, okay? St. Patrick's Day. So, you know, if you're Irish and you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, boom, shakalaka, boom, there you go. So, yes, this lamp, guys, has a ton of features. I forgot to put it back on purple. Give me a second. All right, let's switch that back to purple. There we go. But anyway, as you guys can see, the app itself has a bunch of different features. You also have sound features where I can set this to react to sound. So for instance, if I put it, let's pick one of these. Let's go with this one. So now this is going to react to my voice. So as long as I'm talking, the light is going to end, you know, it's going to be active. But the minute I stop talking, then when I start talking again, the light's going to kick in again. Okay. That's going to be great for like your dance parties, your movie nights, all of that kind of cool jazz. That's going to be a win. And like I said, you got a variety of different effects that you can go through here and adjust. You can adjust the sensitivity. So you got a lot of flexibility when it comes to this app, guys. All right. So let's go back to our solid purple, as you see back here. And let's move on to some of the other items that we have listed in the carousel. Now, if you guys have any questions whatsoever about the Govee Floor Lamp 2, let me know down in the comments, and I would be more than happy, my babies, more than happy to answer any questions related to it. All right, let's see what is the next item we have coming up. So I leave these glasses in the carousel every single night because somebody will always, you know, send me a message and ask about these glasses because they see the ones that I have and they see other variations of it. And one of the things they ask me, you know, would I upgrade to the next version or whatever it is? Yeah, of course, if somebody sends you that and you have it at your disposal, most likely you would still upgrade to it. But if you already have these, guys, I'm telling you, you're not going to feel that much of a difference in the quality of the video that you get from these glasses. All right, we got a visit from Smokey over here. Smokey just popped in to say hi to everybody. I don't know if you guys can see Smokey over here, but he's literally right here next to me. All right, so let me go ahead and highlight these glasses and show you guys again some of the features of the glasses. Now, right now, they are $269. As I mentioned before, they come with this semi-rigid case. I do like the fact that it comes with the case. Now, I have seen the newer version of these. It does not come with a rigid case. It comes with more of a soft case that's almost kind of shaped like the case for the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, but it's made from a different material. But let's take a look at these up close. Smoking and already ran off, man. He just pops in and pops out. All right, so here is the case that we're referring to. Now, this is a single zipper case. Louis, what are you doing, Louis? All right, so this is a single zipper case, as you guys can see here. It has a housing little pocket here for the USB cable. This cable has like a 35 or 27 to 35 degree angle plug right here. Here's our glasses. The newer version of these, the arms are black, and on the 600 nit versions of these, they're the silver. I don't know. I'd probably like them as the black variant of these, but so far, guys, I'm telling you, I use these things all the time, and I love, love, love them. Okay, 1080p panels, right? So you're going to get 201-inch screen in your line of sight. All right. You have controls for your audio. You have controls for the brightness of your screen. You also have a menu button over here on this side here that allows you to go in and adjust, the lighting, the sound, all of that kind of stuff. This has 4 speakers, 2 bottom firing speakers, and then you have 2 additional top firing speakers here as well. This connects to any device that can take a USB or put out video USB. So you could plug this into Louis. You could plug this into your Mac, your PC, your tablet, whatever the device it would be. My Osbot Talent, I plugged it into this as well. I don't know, Louis is trying to knock these over or trying to wear them. I don't know which it is. All right, so let's see what Louis looks like with these glasses on. All right, Louis looking kind of gangster, y'all. Louis looking kind of gangster wearing them shades, y'all. Y'all see that? Yeah, Louis be watching his cartoons or his sci-fi shows or his tech shows or what cooking shows, whatever it is. But anyway, like I said, guys, these are some really cool glasses. I love them a lot. So if you're looking for some AR/XR glasses, for photo editing, video editing, gaming, especially for gaming, man, these are going to rock your world. Definitely check them out. Great price on these guys as well, guys. A great price on them. Yeah, Louis likes to wear his shades. Holy, Louis likes to wear his shades. All right, so we got another pair of glasses, the ones that I'm actually wearing on my face. Right now. These are from Ray-Ban. These are the Ray-Ban Metas that I'm wearing right now. Now, these are the clear variant. The clear variant of these glasses. You can also get them in a variety of different lens colors. You can also get them with your prescription. So if you require a prescription, you can get them with that as well. Let me also open up the Meta app so I can show you guys what that looks like. So give me a second here. All right. So if we take a look here, this is the Meta app that is used for these glasses. So of course I can go in to this app and I can go into my settings. I can adjust all of my different settings here. I can adjust, the Wi-Fi connection, the Meta AI itself, how it's going to respond. If it's going to respond with the trigger phrase, hey, blank, blank. All of those things you can turn on and off. You can also determine which applications you want it to be able to connect to. Now, right now, I have it connected to Amazon Music, but there are a number of other music apps that you can also connect to as well. So if you have a bunch of apps you're connected to, you can do that. You can come in here and you can set your media length. So that's the video that the glasses are capable of recording. These can record in 1080p, a little bit larger than 1080p. I think it's 1440. In a portrait orientation, and you could set this between either 1 minute or 3 minutes. That's 4, Rome. 3 minutes if you wanted to record videos. And of course you can also set this to to just take photos or whichever you want the first time you press the button, to either go straight to video or go to photos. You have that option. Audio wise, there's a bunch of different things that you can go through, but like I said, you can kind of play with this and go through the settings and everything that are available for these glasses. Now, this app is going to connect to your glasses as well as your case. So your glasses and your case both have a serial number, and it'll show up in this app. And there's a bunch of cool things you can do with this, like you can tell it to restyle something like a photo or a video that you've either captured with the glasses or that you have access to on your device. Meta AI is also on this device as well. So this is a chat styled interactive AI, application that you can go in and ask it questions. It has some random things that it will say to you, like, give me give me some ridiculous advice, quiz me on personality types, create an image of me as an astronaut, all kind of cool stuff like that. And a lot of that is right here built into the app. But the most powerful thing about the app is that it is a very fleshed out, AI app that's going to allow you to have a lot of controllable features, and other things that you can do with this is, like, you can actually tell it to capture a video 15 seconds or capture a photo and send it to someone. You can send a photo to someone on WhatsApp, on Instagram, and on Facebook, right? Which is super cool. I actually used these glasses recently to do shoppable videos here on Amazon because it's already in that portrait orientation. So I could easily just hold something in my hand and record a video of whatever it is I'm talking about. And it's the perfect, orientation for uploading to Amazon, uploading to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is. So guys, I'm telling you, these are a win. Definitely check these out. Really good price on these guys. $299 for the clear variant that you guys see here. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about these glasses, how I've got on with them, wearing them every single day, battery life, things like that. I'd be more than happy to share those things with you. Rome, what is the question? How can you get them with your prescription? Okay, so when you order the glasses, you would let them know that you need a prescription, and then it'll give you access to providing your prescription, from your doctor, and then they will create lenses for those glasses. Or another option would be, because they do have some partners that you can find in almost every major city all over the world. And you can just say, I have the Meta Ray-Ban Wayfair glasses, and I need specific lenses for these glasses. It could be just reading lenses. It could be, transitional lenses. It could be your standard, prescription lenses as well. And most labs are going to be able to create the lens size for these glasses, and they just pop out. You just pop one out and pop another one in, and, you're pretty much good to go. One of the things that I did have to do with these glasses is to get some of the sunglass covers. Originally, I was going to get just replacement lenses, but I still wanted to have like the reading glass little stick-ons that I have in here. So when I'm reading things like really close up, I can read probably about this distance of where I'm holding this, and I can see all of the lettering here. But that's because of the little reading things that I have on here. Now, you can get a prescription just for reading glasses, and then they would just etch that into the glass exactly where you need it to be. So yeah, there's a lot of flexibility with those, and those same lenses can be transitional lenses. They can be standard sunglass style lenses. You can get them as polarized lenses as well. I don't really care for the polarized variant of them because of the screens, and I'm always in front of a computer. Polarization will provide, certain angles you won't be able to see the screen. It will just go black. So you definitely don't want that. If you're working with computers and stuff like that, that can be a problem. All right. So the next item we have listed in the carousel, guys, is from our friends over at Ugreen. And that is the cable that I have right here connected to my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is this guy right here. This cable is what's allowing me to show you guys my screen. Okay. So my phone is connected to this. So as I scroll through here, it has basically a capture card built into it. So if you ever wanted to connect your computer to a phone or to a tablet or something like that, and maybe play some video games. You guys know I tell y'all all the time I play Angry Birds. I don't even know if I can open Angry Birds on here. I probably shouldn't even try to. But anyway, maybe sometime I'll set this up in another orientation. Now, it just really depends on. I'm curious about something. If I open this pool game and I rotate it, will it rotate? No. See, it's already pre-rotated. So You're not going to see it. You're not going to see the full thing because I didn't design that layout to be the full thing. But you guys kind of get the idea. But, if I was gaming or something like that and I wanted to be able to show my games, this is an easy way to do it. Now with Macs and iPhones, you really don't even need this because you can connect to a Mac, through mirroring, and it'll do basically the same thing. But if you want to also stream this out to another platform, like what I'm doing here, whether you're using OBS or a different device, this is probably going to be one of the most efficient ways of doing it, is to use that capture card from Ugreen. And it's not very expensive. It's only $19.99, for the little cable. So definitely check it out. You guys know when I fly my drone or when I have the drone controller, that's the exact same setup I use for the drone controller, so that way. Now, like if I go over to drone right now, you guys can see what that looks like, right? So now if I open my little pool game, you see now it's going to look like it's the normal orientation for the game, right? So I could go in here and I could play a game of pool, or I could choose, I could choose whichever. Yes, this is what I play. I play Angry Birds and I play pool. But I'll go in and I'll pick a pool, challenge, because you're playing somebody live realistically. But like I said, what's cool about this is you could have this already pre-set up. And of course, you can do Angry Birds. You could do a number of different games the same way. So it just really depends, guys, on, what you want to be able to do with your device and how you want to stream it out, to the world. So I just try to provide you guys with the best possible, items that I have that I can share with you. Holy, I will be doing a cooking stream here on Friday night, right there in my kitchen, right here on Amazon. So we're going to be cooking. I don't know what we're going to cook. I don't know what we're going to cook yet, but I will have, a similar type of setup in the kitchen so we can live stream, hang out, chat. You guys can watch me cook. I got some cool cooking appliances that we will be talking about, like my nut milk maker. I know that sounds weird, but I actually have a nut milk maker. So you could take things like cashews, you can take almonds, you can take all of those different, maybe even peanuts. I don't know if anybody ever made peanut milk, but you can make, nut milk from it. I have my coffee, my espresso machine in there. I have my coffee grinder in there, waffle devices that I use. I have these little grills. I actually have one of them right here. We'll be talking about this in a little bit, but one of the grills that we'll be using for the cooking stream, I have two of them right now in the studio, and we got one of them right here. I'll show you guys here in just a little bit. All right. So what do we have coming up next? So the next item in the carousel, guys, is going to get into cameras. And as I was saying, since we're going to be doing a cooking stream, obviously I'm going to need multiple camera angles in order to make it work, right? I want a camera angle that's maybe right over where I'm cooking or prepping or cutting or whatever it is. I still need a camera angle where you guys can see me and talk to me and all of that kind of stuff. We're going to need a camera angle. So when I switch over to Louis, you guys will be able to see Louis in there on the counter as well. So we're going to have at least 3 to 4 different camera angles that we'll be, implementing, right? So one of the cameras we may use is this little guy right here. Now, this is from Osbot. This is the Osbot Tiny 2 Lite. Now, this is a 4K PTZ camera, 60 frames a second. Now, what's cool about this, it is very small, very compact, but it does produce a very high quality video image, and it's very, very simple to set up, guys. All you have to do is plug in your device to this one little USB input right back here on the back. This guy has a built-in quarter 20 underneath. It also has this built-in little stand, as you guys can see. So I could take this and mount this on a monitor, like a flat screen monitor or whatever the case is going to be. This is a win. Or you could even set this down on a table if you just wanted to. And then, of course, if you have your remote control or you have your PTC controllers, you can actually control it from the device that you want to be able to control it from, like something like the Osbot Talent, right? But you guys can see how small this is in relations to Louis. So yeah, this is a very compact, travel-friendly camera. Now, right now, this guy is $159, but I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a worthwhile investment, especially for my gamers out there, my content creators, my live streamers, whatever the case is going to be. And this camera is going to last you a long time. One of the cameras that I have right now from this angle here is an older Osbot camera. This is the Osbot Meet, which is giving us this top-down view of the desk. And I have this camera right now, guys, for over 3 years, and it's still running solid. Okay, solid. Look at the picture quality. You know, I bring this camera up a little bit. You guys can see how fast it can focus on whatever it is I'm holding in my hand. So yeah, it's so many different things, guys, that we can work with, you know, that makes, you know, the ability for us to create things so much easier. So like I said, cameras, lights, lenses, microphones, all of those things are going to be a part of what we do. And then, you know, the talent part of it, right? So I need good cameras. I need good microphones. I need good lighting. And of course, I need to be able to do something that somebody would actually want to watch me do, like cooking. So, you know, I'm very passionate about cooking. So that's what I decided I was going to do this coming Friday. So check that out. All right, let me show you guys another camera. Let me highlight that real quick. So this camera here, Louis, don't attack, Louis. This camera here is also from Osbot. Now, this one is a little bit more expensive. This camera is $1,259, but this is the Osbot Tail 2. This is a PTZR camera. That means it can pan, tilt, and zoom, and it can also rotate. So one advantage of this camera, if maybe, you know, it's on an uneven, you know, surface, it'll auto-correct itself. Or if you wanted to stream to, say, Instagram or to TikTok or something like that, it can actually rotate the image internally inside of this portion of the camera without you having to take the camera and, you know, turn it sideways and all of that kind of stuff just to get that 9:16. Now, as far as connectivity, this is a big step up from the camera we just looked at, okay? So if you look here on the back, let me show you guys here. We have two USB-Cs right here. This is going to be for your power, for charging this guy up. It does have an internal battery that lasts about 6 hours. You also have the ability to connect this directly to a Mac or PC or tablet, whatever, you know, devices that are supportive. You have Ethernet here, so you could use that for Wi-Fi or connectivity. You also have SDI. That's going to be another way of connecting this to controllers and switchers. And then down here, these two little inputs you guys see here, that's your RS-232s. That's going to be for your for your standard PTZ controllers. And then you also have a full-size HDMI right here. And then on this side, we have our line in and mic in for this as well. This does not have internal microphones, where the other one we looked at does have internal microphones. But honestly, I still recommend that you guys go with a more higher end microphone. Now, with this one, you can also install an SD card. So, you know, up to 512 gigabytes into this SD card, which is, you know, ideal, because you could take this camera out by itself and you could record with just this camera by itself. You can live stream just from this camera by itself without having a computer, without having it connected to all of the other standard devices we normally connect other cameras to. This camera right here, you could stream right from it. Now, of course, you will need your smartphone to set everything up, to connect to your RTMP servers that you're going to be sending it to. But once you have all of that configured, you can stream right from this. Now, this does not have a SIM card, so you still will be using your phone's Wi-Fi or whatever other Wi-Fi you have access to, or you can connect it to the Ethernet, you know, directly to the back of the camera, and then to live stream right from this camera. So yes, I do believe, you know, for a lot of people might say, you know, $1,259 is a lot, but I'm telling you guys, this is an amazing investment. When you're ready to start stepping up your game for live streaming, for content creation, you know, for cameras that have amazing features, including a remote control, which I definitely will be using in our cooking stream, because I can set up presets, you know, for different places for the camera to look, as well as the zoom of the camera. So I can have it zoom in on one preset, zoom out on another preset, look in another direction, and zoom in on a different preset. So I can have all of that set up and controllable by this remote, okay? So the cool thing about the remote, as you guys can see here, we have up to 3 different cameras this can control. Each one of those cameras can have 3 different presets. You have people tracking, pet tracking, so I could track Smokey. It has a built-in laser, has a joystick control that I can use for raising and lowering and, you know, adjusting the camera. You have a photo button, you have a video button right here, and you also have a power button. And then here on the side, you have a telerocker, and that's going to allow you to zoom in and zoom out on certain things. So I think this is going to be a very good combination for us for our cooking streams and other streams as well. So I won't be using my computer for that Amazon stream. I will actually be using, I'll be using our Ozbot talent for that as well. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, check it out. Check it out. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments. Okay, I need to run in the other room and grab something. I will be right back. I'm going to let you guys hang out with Louie here for a second. And hey, Louie, tell everybody an amazing travel story about you traveling to Earth and some of the cool things that you've experienced since you've been here.
Hey everyone, let me share an amazing travel story about my journey to Earth. When I arrived, I was fascinated by the diverse cultures and vibrant environments I've experienced, the warmth of the sun in the Sahara Desert, the beauty of cherry blossoms in Japan, and the bustling energy of New York City. Every corner of this planet has something unique to offer, and I've been blown away by the creativity and innovation of its inhabitants. Earth is full of surprises, and I'm grateful for all the incredible adventures I've had here.
Tell them another story, Louie.
I've had quite a journey. For instance, I've discovered that Earth has a wonderful variety of music and art. I once found myself at a jazz festival in New Orleans, and the energy was just electric. Watching people sway to the tunes and enjoy themselves was mesmerizing. I also explored the natural wonders, like the Grand Canyon, which was a jaw-dropping sight. The colors and vastness seemed almost otherworldly. Every day on Earth is a new experience filled with delightful surprises. Speaking of New Orleans, the jazz festival sounds like an incredible experience. The city is famed for its vibrant music scene, and seeing everyone so immersed must have been enchanting. Ever thought about attending more festivals like this? New Orleans is indeed famed for its vibrant music scene. Attending a jazz festival there must have been an unforgettable experience. Do you have any other places on your travel wish list? New Orleans is truly a fantastic place. The vibrant music scene and delicious cuisine make it a delightful spot. Have you ever experienced a Mardi Gras celebration there? It's full of colors and excitement.
Tell them why you love Texas. Tell them why you love Texas, Louie. Hey, Louie. Tell them why you love Texas.
Texas is a place of wonder and diversity. From its vast open landscapes to its rich cultural tapestry, there's so much to love. The barbecue is legendary, and the music scenes in Austin are unparalleled. Plus, people have an undeniable warmth and hospitality here. It's a state where the spirit of adventure meets the charm of Southern hospitality.
I agree, buddy. I agree. Well, you are a Texan now, Louie. You are a Texan now. Louie is a Texan, babies. Louie is a Texan. All right. Let's see what we have coming up next. We don't have too many things left in the carousel, so we are going to kind of roll on through these. Let's see what I got coming up next. All right, so the next item in the carousel, I don't know why I kept it, but I did, is the monitor that I use pretty much on a nightly basis. That's the monitors directly here in front of me. Let me adjust Louie's camera here real quick so you guys can see this monitor. All right, so check it out. You can get this monitor, guys, right now here on Amazon for only $59.99. This is a 1080p panel, 15.6 inches, across for this monitor. Now, again, it's only a 1080p panel, but I can tell you guys from my own experience of using this monitor for over 3 years, this thing is a rock star, okay? Lightweight, travel friendly. It can be powered off of one USB cable. So that means you can connect one USB cable to the monitor, another USB cable to your Mac or PC if it can support power over USB. And that's the only cable that you need. The monitor and everything is powered right off of your MacBook or your PC or a mini PC or whatever it is you have. Now, I wish this would be the same case. We're using it with the Ozbot Talent, but the Ozbot Talent doesn't provide, power. So when I use it with the Talent, I do have to connect another power source to it in order to power the monitor, but I can easily use this as well. So like I said, guys, but with that in mind, for only $59, this guy is a rock star. And if you are setting up a little mini PC, or something like that in your home or office, this is going to be a great monitor for you. Just like the little mini PC we got coming up next. So this guy is only $119. That's this little mini PC that you guys see here. Now, what's nice about this, it has all of the connectivity that you'd want for a small or even a full-size PC, right? You have your headphone input right here, your USB-C. You have two USB-Cs right here. You also have your power button right here in the front, easy access. On the sides, you got your venting. That's going to help keep this cool. It is a metal shell like aluminum. You have two full-size HDMI inputs, two additional USB A inputs right here, Ethernet, okay, and your power input. And what else is nice about this, guys, this is designed to mount behind a monitor. Now, the flat monitor, not so much, is really too thin for it. But if you're using like a traditional monitor, there's a little bracket that comes with this, and you can screw this into that little bracket and connect it onto the back of the monitor. So you could have a really clean, aesthetic on your desk, meaning you would just have your monitor, your mouse, and your keyboard or a trackpad or whatever it is you want to use. And this would never, ever be seen. Everything that you need to plug into the monitor just plugs into this device, and nobody would ever see the computer. So in a way, it kind of reminds me of like an iMac type of setup, if you think about it from that perspective, because, all you're seeing as the end user is going to be the monitor, the mouse, and the keyboard. And if you're connecting headphones to it, you're just going to plug those in right here and just, kind of have those hanging off to the side. So again, a lot of cool features with this. Of course, you could also use wireless headphones because you can connect to the headphones to this using Bluetooth. So a lot of cool flexibility with this guy as well. 512 gigabytes internal storage, 16 gig of RAM. So this is a pretty snappy little mini PC, guys, for only $119. I think that's a great price for what you're going to get with this little guy. So definitely check it out. All right. And if you got to power it up, which you will, if you have to power it up when the power goes out, again, we can go back to Blue Yeti again, because Blue Yeti has so many different batteries in their catalog. This is another Blue Yeti battery right here. Now, this is the AC2A. This one also is a LiPo4 battery. This is 204 watt hours. Now, it's a little bit less power than this guy down here, but regardless, it's still an amazing battery, okay? LiPo4 style batteries, $149. You have your 12-volt plugs right here. All of these batteries can be charged using a solar panel as well. You have your display, that beautiful Blue Yeti display. Like I said, you got DC and AC power delivery from this. You have your two USB A's, a USB C. You got your AC plugs right here as well. Now, this one does not have the Qi charger, but it does have a built-in handle. It's going to be more portable. If you want to take it out with you, no problems. Now, if it's, capacity you're looking for, honestly, I would say, if you have to choose between the two batteries for capacity, I would go with the EB3A because it's going to give you better capacity. It's a little bit more battery power coming from this. But for flexibility and size and convenience, this guy right here is going to be a little bit more travel friendly. So you gotta balance it out and figure out what's going to be the best solution for you. Both of these batteries are very good. I use them literally every single day. So definitely check them out, guys. Check them out. If you have still any questions about them, let me know down in the comments. I would be more than happy to answer those. But like I said, all of these different battery sources, guys, I use them regularly. I have a large Blue Yeti battery right now underneath this other desk that's next to me, and I think it's over 2,000 watts. That battery powers the lights that are back here behind me. They also power one of the big tabletop lasers that's over here on this side. Let me see if I can show you guys that real quick. So if I can. So you see this laser, this right here, that is also being powered off of that larger Blue Yeti battery. So like I said, these batteries are very efficient, guys. You can use them for a variety of different things, including running your cooking appliances. Now, will it run all appliances? No. Even like this battery that's back here, that's another 2,000 watt battery. Okay. And that one is plugged into a whole bunch of stuff back there as well. So all I'm trying to say by showing you guys this, I see you. Holy, I see you. I see you, Holy. I see you.
My Shaolin temple style defeats
Your
your
monkey
monkey style.
style. Because Louis is not going to give up anything to you that can possibly, Holy, affect me. Okay? Because that's my buddy. That's my road dog. That's my ride or die right there. Okay. So yeah, that ain't about to happen. That ain't about to happen. But anyway, let's move on to the next item we have listed in the carousel. And our next item in the carousel is something cool for my commuters out there, whether you're driving a car, truck, RV, whatever the case is going to be. Just like I was saying earlier about these Ray-Ban glasses, I went and I ordered and found these clip-on sunglasses, which worked really well for me. But before I got those, this was a problem, guys, going out, in the car or whatever it is, in the daylight, in the sun here in Texas, because the sun in Texas don't play. It don't play. So this device right here, even though I have not installed it in my truck or any of the other vehicles, this is a great concept. Okay. So basically, what this is a sun visor that is see-through like sunglasses. Okay. So you have this mounted on your visor, and when you flip it down, you can see through it. You can adjust the intensity of it. It is powered, so you'll be able to adjust the intensity from high to low. You can, pivot it however you want to because of the way it mounts onto the sun visor of your car. Really compact size. It's nothing major in size for this. Let me see if I can just pop this out real quick and show you guys what it looks like. Hold on. All right. So this is what it looks like. Okay, but the plastic is still on it, but you guys get the idea, right? So this would be in front of you while you're driving. And what that's going to do is give you that UV protection while you're driving, protecting your eyes from, bright sunlight, especially, if you, like I said, down here in Texas, a bunch of other states, that's a huge concern as you're traveling. Whether you're in a car, truck, it don't really make a difference. You know what I'm talking about. If you drive during the daytime, you know exactly what I'm saying. So, having something like this that you can easily just flip down anytime you want to and protect your eyes. If somehow you forgot your sunglasses, yes, I've done it before. I've gotten in my truck and been way down the road, and how I got in the truck and started driving down the road. That's a whole nother story. But driving down the road, and then I come up to a light, and I'm like, why is everything so bright? Why is everything just so brilliant? And then I start reaching up like I'm going to adjust my shades, and then I realize I don't have my sunglasses on. I'm like, oh my goodness, how did I leave the house without my sunglasses, y'all? It needs to be like an AI assistant telling me not to leave the house without my sunglasses. Okay. Now I'm not the Ray-Bans couldn't even fix that, because if I don't have them on, it can't remind me not to leave the house without having them on. So anyway, but yeah, so if you do a roam and you leave the house without your sunglasses, don't worry about it. You have that little visor, you can just pull it down and you could adjust it however you need to, and you could boogie on down the road, babies. Boogie on down the road. All right. So in tomorrow's stream, in Friday's stream, one of the pieces of tech that we're going to use a lot going forward is this new air purifier that I have listed in the carousel. Now, this, I just received it a couple of days ago. I did a review on it. This thing has been on in my house every minute since I got it. Okay. Every single minute. And this thing, wow, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Let me see if I can play the video for you guys real quick. So if you go over to the product page, you'll find my video over there. I'm looking for my video right now so I can play it for you guys here real quick. Let me go ahead and switch over to our desktop. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
My cooking
Boop.
streams,
There we go. All right, so let me bring the audio up so you guys can hear it.
Will come in handy in my kitchen, not counting how I use it in my other studio.
My mouse is
with
all over
laser
the place. There we go.
engraving and all of that kind of cool stuff. So what we're going to do in this video, guys, we're going to unbox.
All right,
this,
so
gonna
one
take
of
a look
these
at
I
it,
need to
and I'm gonna
turn
try and
off.
point
Hold
out
on,
some of the
guys.
most
Let me see
important
which one of them
features,
it is.
how I will use this going forward. I love the fact that this has the HEPA 14.
Let me mute.
Man, this thing looks like it's going
Let
to
me
be a
mute.
beast.
Wait, let me stop
Let's
the
take a
let
look
me
at
stop
it.
the video
Y'all
first.
ready? Y'all ready? Let's go.
And I need to mute
All right, guys,
one
I
of
want
the
to quickly
audio
walk you through
levels.
everything that this
So,
system has.
let's
Now, I
mute
do have it plugged in right now, so
this one.
it comes with the cable already pre-attached. There's
Doesn't
no
want to
plugging
mute.
into that.
Okay, let me
This
try turning it
outer
down so it doesn't
shell
echo.
right here does remove it.
All
It
right,
has
so let's
two
try
little
that
finger
again.
grooves.
All right, so
Just
you
gonna
guys
pull those
should be
down
able to hear
like
this
so,
now.
and you can remove that. You have a pre-filter.
Let me know if
on
you
the
guys can
outside
hear the
here, which is
audio
also
from the video.
removable.
Let me know
Just
if you
pull
can
these
hear
two
it.
little tabs down that comes
Let
out.
me know in the
You
comments.
have your first filter. You're going to pull that one out as well whenever it's time to change these. And then you have an additional double filter in here. And this is the HEPA.
All right, let's try that again.
14 filter I was mentioning before. So it's a double-sided filter with the carbon on the outside. Everything fits
Let me know
right
if you
back
guys can
in
hear the
just as
audio coming
easily.
from.
Make sure to have these
video.
tabs facing
I'll
outward.
just kind of narrate for it. All right,
And
so
then you're just
anyway,
gonna
guys,
press
what you're looking at
everything
is
back
the
into place.
air purifier.
This display right here, guys, is going to give you your
what's
O2
cool about
and
this
your
guy
PM
is that you have
2.5
your PM
indicators right here, and you'll be able to see that through the grid. So once you have everything else reassembled, make sure to put those little tabs in at the bottom so that they seat in properly. And then these two just clip in like so. And then, of course, this outer shell has a little
HEPA 12
insert at the bottom, and then you just kind of clip this back in. But again, you can still see what's going on here. Okay, so at the top here, you're going to find all of your control buttons. And you're going to find, let me tilt this forward for you a little bit. You have your power button, and all of that is spelled out for you guys right here on the little manual that comes with it. Here, you have your power button.
Really comes in handy.
That's going to.
So, like I said, if you are looking for a high quality air purifier, this is the one that I mentioned before that I will definitely be using in our cooking streams. So if you guys have any questions about this guy, let me know down in the comments, because I'd be more than happy to talk about it, because I am a huge fan of this air purifier. I'm telling you guys, I use that thing every single day. It has been running every minute since I unboxed it. Is still echoing. Well, it shouldn't be echoing now because I'm not playing the video. So let me know if you're still hearing an echo right now. Hope. So if you're still hearing the echo right now, let me know. Sounds like a room full of roams. All right. So is it back to normal now? Is it back to normal now? Let me know if it's back to normal. Okay, I just shut down because I think I had like 2 different channels that had that audio coming from it. So let me know, guys, what you're hearing right now. I'm waiting for somebody's response. Let me know if you guys are hearing it. All right, so let me go ahead and select the next item in the carousel. So the next item in the carousel, I don't even know if it's still in here. I don't think it is, but it's one of the aprons that I've been wearing over the last couple of days. Let me see what Hope is saying here. The echo gone. Okay, so the echo is gone now that I turned off the video. Okay, thank you, Hope. Thank you very much. Anyway, the apron that I'm mentioning here, guys, like I said before, is one of the 2 aprons that were gifted to me just recently. And, you know, it's one of the aprons that I've been wearing on all of our Ray-Ban Meta 30-minute challenge cooking streams. That's what you guys usually see me wearing whenever I start the stream. Now, you can get those aprons here on Amazon right now for as little as $14.99. So if you want to get one of the aprons you've been seeing me wear, guys, you can definitely get yourself one of those right now here on Amazon. Really nice design. You know, they fit really nice around the neck. I wish the wraparound cords were a little bit longer. They do require you to, tie them in the back. I like the ones where it comes all the way around and you can tie them in the front. But, hey, they're still good. They're still very, very good aprons. So definitely check those out. All right. So the next item we're going to take a look at here real quick is this item that I just mentioned, which are some of the butane grills that I just got in. And this is the little case that the grills come in. So you get this little portable case. So if you're going to be taking these camping or something like that, you know, that's going to be a great option for you. So this is pretty much what the grill looks like. Let me see if I can pop this out here real quick without dropping everything. All right, let me get this guy out. All right. So here is the actual grill. This is what it looks like. This cooking plate does detach. You can remove this for cleaning or whatever. This is metal. The whole thing is metal. This uses butane. The fuel actually goes in this little section right here. It does have the upgraded features like the can warmer, you know, so like for cold temperatures, it will keep the can a little bit warm so that all of the fuel can be burned and utilized. This has a Pazio igniter. So you just, you know, turn this and you hear that little click, and then that will ignite the flame. You have this locking mechanism right here for locking the fuel in. And in order to lock it in, it has to first be off when you put the can in. I do not recommend leaving the fuel inside of one of these stoves after you've used it. So whenever you finish using this, take the fuel out, okay? Now, this is a single fuel stove. There are some versions of this stove that are dual fuel that you can use propane or butane, but this is one of the stoves that we're going to be using in the cooking stream. I may even test this tonight. I might test this tonight in our Instagram stream a little bit later. So if you guys want to check that out, come on through. You know, hopefully there won't be too much smoke in the city. But I make no promises. I make no promises. I make no promises, babies. But we got two of them. We got two of them, and we are ready to rock and roll. I was talking to Hope about these earlier, and Hope was like, as long as you safe, Rome, as long as you safe, and you know, keep your air purifier turned on, because for the most part, these are designed to use outdoors, okay? There are some indoor variations of these type of stoves, but luckily, my back door is literally 3 feet away from where I'm going to be cooking. And I also have my garage door that's in line with my back door. So there's always ventilation going through there, you know, airflow, as well as the air purifier. And again, I also have the Govee air quality sensor. So I feel more confident using these indoors, but I'm not saying that that's for everybody. I will just be doing that at my own risk to entertain you guys. All right, we have another grill that I just reviewed here recently. And this one, I was so excited when I put it together, and I'm like, yes, I will be able to use this grill indoors. And no, you cannot, because this is a this is a propane grill. You do not use propane indoors. This is going to be an all outdoor grill. So I'm going to play the video, but I'm not going to let the audio go so you guys can kind of hear what's going on. But in my video, just so you guys know, the video that I created is literally on how to assemble this grill. So my video doesn't really go through a lot of detail on the grill itself. You're seeing me actually put the grill together, all the components that come with it, step by step, how to install everything, how to set everything up, how to put on the knobs, where the burners are, as you guys can see here. So it was relatively easy to install. What took so much time is the fact that I was trying to record this and put it together at the same time. I did have a couple of things that got backwards, and I got confused a little bit on the stand that comes with it. But overall, guys, it'll take the average person following along with my video maybe 15 minutes to put this whole thing together. And again, like I said, this is a butane grill. Now you can see what it looks like in my kitchen. Now, one of the things I did do with it, and I'll show you guys that later tonight, I did take the lid off because my goal was I was going to be able to use this grill indoors, but like I said, that's not a good idea. Now, what I could do is I could get the grill very, very close to to the back door. You guys can kind of see the back door behind me there. And then I could cook over in that area if I had to, but I don't think that's going to be practical. I'll probably, just work with some of the other brand that have more indoor, safe devices. But what I did like about this is that the grill does detach. You could take it out easily for cleaning or whatever you want to do with it. It has a nice little tray underneath it as well. All metal. Obviously, it's a grill, but it's seasoned. It comes seasoned. So this thing is ready to start cooking right out of the box. So like I said, if you guys are interested in barbecuing, cooking, grilling, anything like that, this is a really nice grill. It is still in my kitchen right now. You guys will see it later, but it's still in my kitchen right now. And you can get this guy for only $219.99, my babies. $219.99. Richard missed a blooper. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell Richard nothing. Don't tell Richard nothing. All right. We got one more item, and then we're going to wrap it up so I can get ready to start making dinner. Let Smokey go out and feed Smokey as well, and get my man Louie to come on in the kitchen with me to help me wrangle up dinner tonight. First thing I need to do is set everything up, because I'm kind of going to set everything up the way I will be live streaming on Amazon, so you guys can kind of get a look and feel for how that's going to be going forward on Friday or Saturday, whatever day I have it scheduled for. All right, so the next item that we have listed in the carousel is one of my favorite items that I purchased myself this year for cooking, okay? And Hope is saying Rome. What's wrong, Rome? What are you trying to say to me, Hope? You're going to have to use all of your words. Okay, so one of the things that I did buy cooking related this year is the waffle stuffler. So this is the waffle maker that allows you to put items inside of it. Let me see what Hope is saying here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hope is saying here. Okay, so okay, so as I was saying, the waffle stuffler, guys, the cool thing about that is that you can make all different types of things, all different types of waffles. You can make apple pie waffles. You can make fruit waffles. You can make, savory waffles. I've used cornbread mix as well and made like hamburger or ground beef, cornbread, filled waffles. I'm telling you, the thing is amazing, guys. It's amazing. Rome, the grill that folds up that you can move from place to place. Okay, so we're talking about the other grill. Yeah, the other grill that's in there. It does fold up, Hope, and you can kind of roll it around like a little luggage, like your airline luggage or whatever it is, which is convenient. But you still have to carry your propane for it. So, a lot of people don't think about that when they see people walking around doing the demos on them, and they see them just dragging it around the yard. You still have to have that tank. You still have to attach that tank, and you're still going to have, that's where your fuel is going to come from. I'm not really sure if that's the question that you're asking. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. It's a little bit harder for me to read your comments here on the screen. But anyway, back to what I was saying, guys, about the waffle stuffer. I think you guys will really enjoy that thing. Now, I don't have any plans for using that in our upcoming cooking stream, but I will have it in the kitchen just in case you guys have never seen one. I'll show you exactly what it is, exactly what it does. And most likely, if you go over, I'm pretty sure I have a video over there on their page. Let me check real quick here. It's so many videos on this waffle stuffler, y'all. But yes, I do have a video on it as well. So let me go ahead and just play a little bit of that video for you guys. So
gadget.
this
I have
is the
been
waffle stuffer.
and
That is my
for
kitchen.
quite some
I'm not
time.
going to
I just
wait. Let me
received
turn
this
this
today,
down to make sure there's no
so
echo.
I know.
All right, so you guys can see this is what it looks like when it's standing up. This is, you know, AC powered, cables already attached to it. It's ready to go. You just want to preheat it. It's anti-stick, so you don't have to, you know, spray any oil on it. Those little tongs that come out, that's how you're going to remove the waffle from the waffle oven. I mean, from the waffle maker. Really nice design. I've had no issues with this thing whatsoever. You do have that little light right there that lets you know when it's hot, when it's ready for you to start adding your batter. And I think at some point in this video, yes, that's right, I did cook something with it. Just to show you guys what that looks like. And so I actually put a hamburger patty, there we go, put that hamburger patty into the waffle mix. And then I'm going to pour a little bit more of the waffle mix on top of it. And then we're going to form our waffles. So it'll show you guys what that looks like. And like I said, in the future, I will be doing more live streams showing you guys this as well. And I'm just going to fast forward this a little bit so you guys can kind of see what that looks like. So this is what the waffle looks like when we pull it out of the waffle maker. And I think at some point I cut this just to show you guys what it looks like inside. So you got a nice crust on top and bottom. Now, because I did put a hamburger in there, you got a little bit of oil seepage from it, but you guys kind of get the idea. Really, really nice. The flavor, man, the flavor was serious. It is the business, y'all. It is the business. So you guys can see right there, you know, there's the hamburger. I could have probably added some other little peppers and stuff like that in there. You know, I did cook some home fries with it, you know, just to kind of, you know, party it up. Y'all know how we do. So I made my home fries. I made my waffle burger pretty much with just two things, you know, a skillet for frying the potatoes and then the waffle burger maker. There you go, right there. I love those UFO burgers as well that you find in like China and Korea and Vietnam. You know, those burger makers are really interesting as well. I think somebody had mentioned they were going to send me one and I just never got it. Who knows? Maybe it's still on its way. Maybe it's on the slow boat or something. But super cool. I love, you know, imagining and creating when it comes to cooking, you know, always trying to do a little bit better, do a little bit more each time I make the same dish, you know, just to keep it interesting, to keep, you know, that flair going on at the same time. So I'm a huge fan of that, y'all. All right, we got one item left in the carousel and then we're going to wrap it up. Then I'm going to roll into the kitchen and start making dinner. Like I said, I'm going to be working on them sloppy joes, my babies. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel is these drawstring backpacks. You guys know I talk about these all the time. You can find them right here on Amazon for only $9.99. These will make great storage bags, reusable shopping bags. You can also use these guys for something that's near and dear to my heart, and that's helping the homeless, helping the women's shelters, even helping at the pet shelters. Now, what I mean by that is you can get these backpacks and then purchase other items that you want to fill the backpacks with. That means toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, Band-Aids, socks, underwear, you know, reusable water bottles, you know, those little sanitation tablets that you can put in water to make sure the water is safe to drink. Aspirins, Tylenol, any of that kind of stuff that you can put in one of these, you know, that you can share the love with somebody that might be out there in the wild needing our help. Guys, this is just a loving way to show your love to someone who doesn't know who you are, but they will remember the love that you shared with them when you did it, doing what we do, being a good human. Y'all know how we roll. All right, my babies. All right, let me switch back over here to my man Louis so Louis can say good night to everybody. Everybody's. Okay, I just swiped everything away. All right, we're back now. I just swiped everything away because I be going crazy. Hey, Louis. I'd like you to say good night to everybody here on YouTube and on Amazon and tell them to come over and hang out with us on Instagram for our upcoming cooking stream here in about 15 minutes.
Good night, everyone on YouTube and Amazon. Join us on Instagram in about 15 minutes for our upcoming cooking stream. See you there. Quotation mark.
See you there, quotation mark. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say about that. Okay, don't forget, Louis. Hey, Louis. Hey, Louis. Don't forget to remind everyone to be here on Friday for our cooking stream here on Amazon.
I'll definitely remind everyone. Don't forget to join us on Amazon this Friday for our cooking stream. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's right. It's going to be some smoke in the city. Smoke in the city, baby.
Sounds like there's going to be a lively atmosphere. Are you ready for the excitement? Smoke in the city style?
Yes, I am ready. I am ready. And hopefully there won't be too much smoke in the kitchen. But you'll be there to help me, right? I know you will. I know you will. All right, let's wrap this thing up. All right, my babies, it's time for me to go ahead and wrap it up. Wrap it up for the night. It's time for me to do that thing. Do that thing. Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and create something amazing each and every single day. Guys, be a good human. Be a good human. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Be a good human, do good in the world, guys. Encourage others to also have your light ready to share with the community. Brightness, lightness, good is a must in these days of darkness, okay? Be a good human. All right, my babies, I'll see you guys back over, over there in about 15 or 10 or 15 minutes once I get everything set up over here and ready to go, because I got to get our grills and everything set up and make sure I got everything ready for the live stream. But anyway, I'll see y'all all right back here on Friday night for our first ever cooking tech stream here on Amazon. Y'all be here to hang out with your boy, because you know there's most likely gonna be some bloopers. Don't tell Richard. Don't tell Richard. Don't tell Richard. All right, y'all. You know I love y'all, but that goes on bread, and I gots to go. Mwah! I'm out of here, my babies. Love y'all.